This role play is for a class. It is not a actual counseling session. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Jenkins, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you for filling out all the intake forms for me, and um, we went over the confidentiality rules and some of the HIPAA laws. Did you have any questions about those?
No, you pretty much explained it in the course, so I have no questions.
Okay. So, like I said, thank you for filling out all of the intake forms. The forms help us, will help me make or get an analysis of what's going on with you, and then we can come up with a possible diagnosis if there's any, and a treatment plan that is customized and effective for you and what you have going on. Okay. Um, so, Mr. Jenkins, um, you put it on your intake form, but tell me more about your chief complaint.
My chief complaint is the worrying and anxiety. I know this past month I had a lot of worrying, just worrying about every little stuff.
Okay.
And I know that can lead to stress, and I felt as though that it was affecting me as a person. So that probably be my chief complaint.
Okay. And I heard you said it started about a month ago.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Tell me about your stressors, the current stressors that you're dealing with.
The current stresses right now is tired, worn out, thinking hard, thinking too much, kind of focusing on the wrong stuff.
I'm sorry, I can't. Can you speak up a little bit? I can't really hear you.
Oh, kind of focusing on and not focusing on the positive, focusing more on the negative.
Okay.
Which in turn stresses me out.
Okay.
Just worrying about the wrong stuff.
Okay. And so you say worrying about the wrong things. What do you mean? What are the wrong things?
Worrying about what can go wrong. Worrying about instead of that it's going to get done, thinking that it's not going to get done.
Okay.
So just in that aspect.
Okay. So I noticed that you also put the demands of work on your intake form. You said there's some demands at work that are causing some stress.
Yes. It's pretty much with my managers, the management style, very demanding, not appreciative, and if you're a person that like to be appreciated, it kind of can take a toll.
Okay.
Some ways you don't feel valued. So that sometimes that can kind of lead to stress and worrying if you wonder how kind of job you're doing. If you're doing a good job, was it effective?
Mm-hmm. So. Okay. Have you ever been hospitalized for a mental or emotional condition?
No.
Any history of alcohol use?
No.
What about family history?
Oh, my dad.
Okay.
Alcohol.
Okay, so you're saying your dad was an alcoholic?
Yes.
Or is an alcoholic?
Yes.
Any treatment for mental health or medical substance abuse or anything?
No.
Allergies?
Yes.
Okay. So you suffer with allergies?
Yes, I've been suffering for like 10 years now.
Okay. Any medication?
No, just kind of take some home remedies.
Okay.
But it does, have it.
Any supplements?
Some vitamins.
Okay. No major medical problems?
No.
Education?
Bachelor's.
In what?
Accounting.
Any military experience?
No.
And what are your religious beliefs?
Baptist.
Okay. So, tell me about do you have any siblings?
I have two sisters, one older, one younger.
And you're the middle?
Yes.
Tell me about the relationship with your parents.
They're great. My mom's a good listener. My dad gives me good advice on fatherhood. So they pretty much, we have a great relationship.
How often do you talk to them?
Once a week. Once a week, pretty much.
Now, you did say earlier that your dad has a history of alcohol abuse.
Yes.
Is that something he continues to struggle with?
Yes.
Okay. And no treatment?
No.
And for your abuse issues, you listed that your dad was verbally abusive towards your mom?
Yes. He was very verbally abusive.
Okay. And was this when he was drinking or?
Yes, when he was drunk. Everything was, all abuse came when he was intoxicated.
Okay. Now tell me about your sexual orientation. You heterosexual?
Heterosexual.
In school, as far as your education, any problems, any issues?
No, nothing that I know of.
No failing or bullying?
I did almost fail 6th grade, but I barely passed.
Okay.
I haven't experienced no bullying.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. So with your work history, and you said no military.
No military.
Your spouse either? You married?
Yes.
Okay. Are you employed full time?
Yes.
And who do you work for?
I work for the Harris County.
Okay. And so, since you say work was a major stressor for you, can you elaborate on that as we talk about your work history?
It was a major stress because not feeling appreciative, wondering if you're doing a good job or not. So it tends to wonder and think about it and think hard, and instead of being confident in yourself, knowing that you are doing a good job, it seemed like you have to. I used to focus on getting validation from management that let me know if I am doing a good job, and that in turn had me worrying about just negative stuff. So it's kind of like a self-confidence type thing.
Okay. Okay. And how are you coping with it now?
Just knowing that who I am, I just kind of just realizing that I'm talking with my wife and just knowing that you are doing a good job and just being confident in that aspect. So it's like even though it's stress and it's worrying, but it helps when you have someone at home to talk to.
But outside of that home environment, sounds like it still exists, the worrying and the anxiety.
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay. And you said with your financial status, that there's no growth at your job.
No, it's a dead end job. There's no growth. It's pretty much a status quo. Everyone once person leave, they already have somebody lined up to take their place.
Okay.
There's no growth in it.
And with your religious and spiritual development, tell me about that. I see here you put faith in God, believe in biblical principles. You pray and you meditate daily.
Yes, I pray in my car before I go to work. Have a daily prayer. I don't meditate like I used to. I used to meditate a lot. I write goals down and pray on those goals, but I haven't done that in a while. So I mostly I say a prayer for my family, say a prayer for myself before I step into place, and that helps me get through the day.
Okay. And what did you learn growing up about mental illness?
What I learned growing up is that it was affiliated with something that you experienced that traumatized you. So if it traumatized you, then it messed with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what education I've seen what I would assume or just know what it is to be, in my opinion.
So outside of trauma, from what you grew up to believe or was educated on, mental illness didn't exist unless someone had been traumatized in a certain way.
Right.
Okay. And you are married. married, I see, since 2007.
Yes, 11 years.
Okay. Wife's name is Erica.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a daughter?
Just have an 11-year-old daughter.
Okay. Any family problems? I know you put here that there are none. But...
No, we don't have any family problems. I think as a father, it's another stress. Wanting stuff around the house. The maintenance that has to get done. It's sometimes I focus on negative things. It's never going to get done, but it will get done. But I have to, change my thought process on it. So that sometimes that's another stress that I worry about because we have some things in the house, some items in the house that need attention to, and it's just like one step at a time. But sometimes it's just hard. It needs to get done, and you just you kind of get stressed out because you feel as though it's if it don't get done by a certain time, it's gonna get worse or something like that. So sometimes that's additional stress.
The negative thinking and the worrying is what boggles you down.
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then tell me about your idea of participating in treatment.
Well, when I think of treatment, I think I'm sick. There's something wrong with me, or when you talk about treatment, what kind of treatment? Something I have to take some medicine, take a pill, or I'm gonna have to go and see someone. That's when I think of treatment. Like, okay, I must be sick.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know what treatment is.
So there's some anxiety about what treatment is and the stigma that comes from the word treatment.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on actually engaging in treatment? Tell me about that.
Hesitant. Very hesitant because I guess I have to really be educated on what treatment is because I'm thinking that I'm sick.
Okay.
If I don't feel sick, why do I need to go to treatment? So it's definitely it's just real hesitant.
Okay. So I also had you fill out this medical review of systems, and you basically did a great job of filling it out. I just want to make sure that we gather all the information here. Now, you said you generally feel tired or worn out.
Yes.
Okay. Excessive daytime sweating. Is that correct?
Probably bedtime sweating.
Okay. Excessive bedtime sweating?
Yes.
Okay. And so you generally feel tired or worn out?
Yes, tired or worn out. Bedtime sweating, headaches.
Okay, headaches. Tell me about the tired or worn out feeling.
I just feel fatigue. Feel as though you don't have any energy.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's just the anxiety what has to be done that drains the energy from you, or it's just straight just burn out.
Okay.
Because you have a long day at work, then you have to come home and get stuff done. So I don't know if it's something that's mentally or it's something that's physically.
Okay. And you definitely said that reported the headache being an issue.
Yes, reported the headache being an issue. I didn't know that was just a lack of sleep, had to lay down, or it's just something that's due to stressing out severely that caused you to have headaches. So that's something I experienced. I experienced headaches.
Okay. And I see hair loss is another one.
Yes. I noticed that that little bald spot in the back of my head, which was kind of unusual because I'm used to having a full head of hair, so that kind of the anxiety, like, I don't know, I have to go bald or something.
Okay.
So I'm kind of worried about that.
Right. Worry on top of worry.
Worry on top of worry.
Okay. But no hearing loss or seeing spots or shadows?
No.
Okay. thank you for filling out the Hamilton rating scale as well for depression. That gives me an idea of how severe your depression may be, if that's an issue for you. Um, that helps, as well as the DAS scale. Now, the DAS, the depression, anxiety, and stress scale, it kind of gives us an idea of the stress level and the depression you may be experiencing. That way, we can help you out in that area. Okay. Now, the you also completed an emotional distress depression form, and that also gives us an idea of how to care for you when it comes to your depression as well. Um, did you have any questions about that?
No, not at this time.
Okay. And also the anxiety scale. You finished an anxiety scale, which gives me an idea of how much anxiety you may be experiencing. And again, that adds to the treatment plan. And then the personality inventory that you completed, that's also going to help as far as identifying your personality type and some areas we need to work on. Okay, so I'll score those. I'll get back with you, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Any questions so far?
When you say the treatment plan, so you'll score those and you'll base what kind of treatment that I would need?
Yeah, we'll score the scales, and well, not we. I'll score the scales. Your information is confidential, and after it's scored, then I'll share the results with you. We'll discuss those, and then we'll create a treatment plan, something that is customized to help you deal with some of the worrying and anxiety that you say you're experiencing, and how to deal with that on a daily basis.
So is that medicine, or will I be sitting down with someone? Or?
It could possibly be that. I wouldn't necessarily prescribe you any medication because that's not my area. If I see an issue as far as you needing something other than what I can provide, then I'll refer you out to maybe a psychiatrist if need be. But if need be, we'll get to that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's referral based, and it would be solely up to you if that's something that's recommended as far as you seeing a psychiatrist.
Okay. So you'll get back to me in a week, 2 weeks?
Yeah, about a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, that'll work.
That'll work.
Thank you.
Thank you.